In this video, we're going to go over the benefits of real estate investing. So real estate investing is a very strong way to build wealth. On the cash flow side, you're going to have continual rent payments that are generally going to be stable, and the passive income stream is going to eventually allow you to become financially free. And on the property appreciation side, properties generally appreciate at an average of 3% every single year. Another beauty of real estate investing is the amount of leverage that you can get. Leverage in real estate is very easily acquired, especially relative to other investments. Like, it's almost impossible to get an 80% loan to value loan to buy stocks or to fund another business, but that kind of leverage is standard for real estate. So it lets you bring less money to the table, and you can buy a $100,000 asset for just $20,000 down. Now, another beauty of leverage is that the mortgage or the debt service that you have to pay on the property gets paid off by your tenants. So the rents that your tenants pay you should cover all of your expenses plus your mortgage. So every month, your debt is actually getting paid down as you hold onto the property. And because you're using leverage, the profit is also amplified. So if you put just $20,000 down to buy a $100,000 property, and the property appreciates by 2%, now the property is worth $102,000, effectively giving you $2,000 of profit. But since you only put down $20,000, your actual profit is amplified to 10% because $2,000 is 10% of $20,000. Real estate investing also comes with a lot of tax benefits. So one of them is your passive losses from depreciation. So even though your real estate goes up in value every year, the government says that the property decreases in value over time. So you can actually write off those gains with these passive losses. And so what the government actually says is that you can depreciate the value of the structure of your property over 27.5 years. So as an example, imagine you bought a property for $100,000 and the appraised value of the structure is $82,500. And the other $17,500 is the value of the land itself. So then every year you get to take $3,000 off as a passive loss that you can use to offset any taxes that you owe on your profits. And that's how real estate investors with huge portfolios who are making tens of thousands of dollars every single year actually don't have to pay taxes on that money. It's because they're using depreciation to offset those profits. Another tax benefit that comes with investing in real estate is the 1031 exchange. So normally when you sell an investment, you have to pay taxes on the profit. And this is known as capital gains taxes. And this ranges between 15 and 20% depending on your tax bracket. Well, the 1031 exchange allows you to defer the capital gains taxes if you buy another like-kind investment. So as an example, instead of buying and selling a property, paying the taxes on your profits, and then buying another property with whatever profit you have left over, you can actually take all of your profits and use it to buy the next one. And this allows you to accelerate your portfolio's growth. And finally, the way that people create generational wealth is actually through the step-up basis when you pass away. So if you ever decide to sell your property and pocket the profit, you don't do another 1031 exchange, you take the money and you decide to buy something else, you have to pay taxes on all the profits you made since the very beginning of your real estate investing career. But once you pass away, the basis gets stepped up to the current market value, letting your heirs sell the property without needing to pay any taxes. So as an example, imagine you bought a property for $100,000 30 years ago, and now it's worth $500,000. So if you sold it right now, you would have to pay capital gains taxes on the $400,000 of profit. And so that would be between $60,000 and $80,000 depending on your tax bracket. But if you passed away and your heirs decide to sell the property, well, their basis actually gets stepped up to $500,000 on the day that you pass away, and they would end up paying no capital gains taxes on the property. Another benefit about investing in real estate is that it's a great hedge against inflation. According to basic economic theory, prices increase by an average of 3% every single year. So that's why a carton of eggs 30 years ago, it was a lot cheaper than a carton of eggs today. And there are many fixed investments that just pay you a certain flat dollar amount, or as some people say, they're on fixed income. Well, unfortunately, over time, that fixed income is no longer worth as much. So for the same amount of money, you can buy less things. But the good thing about real estate is that things increase over time with inflation. So your rents and your property values are going to continue to increase by an average of about 3% every year and keeping up with inflation. But the beauty is your mortgage payment will stay fixed. So you're actually going to be making more cash flow as the years go by. Real estate investing is also a great way to diversify your investing portfolio. And one of the biggest reasons is because real estate investments are a physical asset. So they tend to have less volatility compared to paper assets like stocks and bonds. So for example, on a certain day, one stock can go up or down by 20%, but that's very rarely the case in the real estate investing field. Typically, you'll see maybe a 10 or 20% swing over several months. You'll see a downward trend or an upward trend in real estate, and it won't just happen overnight. And with real estate investing, you can also invest in several different markets. So for example, you can have some properties in the East Coast and some properties in the West Coast. And not all markets perform the same at the same time. So if some of the properties in your portfolio are going down, it may not be the case that all of your properties are going down if you're invested in different markets. Real estate investing also gives you an opportunity to create your own business. You have more control over an asset compared to just buying a stock and hoping that their management team runs it as you want it to run. So what you can do is you can build your own business by finding your own team members. You can pick your contractors, pick your property managers, and pick the best agents to work with. And over time, as you continue to work on your business and continue to be more familiar with the neighborhood, you'll be able to find out who's the best in each field and just start working with those people. There's also a lot of levers that you can pull to tweak the performance of your investment. So you can repair the property to get higher rents, or you can work with lenders to potentially secure cheaper financing. And probably the most important benefit of all is that investing in real estate can provide financial freedom for you. So what you can do is you can live off of the cash flow. So as you continue to increase your portfolio, you'll start to get more and more rents, and you can take that cash flow to snowball and purchase even more rentals. So instead of depending on having a 9-to-5 job as your main source of income, you can actually rely on the rents from your real estate investments to be able to live the life that you want.